Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at City Tree Sports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge for a little more Kansas. We ran the day yesterday in the Next Gen cars with the Goat Racing League. Now we're back with the Gen 6 cars here for the nighttime. And sometimes I consider nighttime the right time for Kansas. They do have lights. It's a good racetrack. I love to see it. Good luck to all the drivers. I'm seeing it out there. Ricky, thank you for the like. Rob Evans, thank you for becoming the follower out there. See some drivers out there getting ready to qualify. It is Kansas today for the wonderful race that we have going on. Here's your race information right there in the middle of your screen. Amar Paintworks is bringing you this league here for the Fixed Racing League. Kansas Speedway for week number 4, 167 laps for the drivers, one fast repair, 4 sets of tires. Stage is going to be on 45, 90, and 167. So tires are going to be one thing that you're going to have to make work. That's for darn sure. This racetrack will eat them up. That's for, and with the limited fuel that they have, it'll play a factor. That's for darn sure. And I will double check the fuel. I want to make sure that I do look at that because. I like to keep that stuff in mind when it comes to what we're doing and how we're doing things. Track temperature 72 degrees on the air, as 70 degrees 72 on the track temperature, 70 on the air means we're going to see some very fast speeds as we look at our qualifying has been just that as well. PJ Cox, you see out there qualifying right now, late to the race. Gets himself out there, going to try to run some laps, get himself a fast time, and see where he stands at the current moment. This is a good racetrack, and of course, it's my hometown racetrack. It's my favorite. It's my favorite way to look at things. My favorite way to look at where the race kind of gives the demeanor of where racetracks go. All right, we'll take a look at it here. Starting grid for today's race: Joshua Brock's going to be your pole sitter, as Chris Justice will be your outside pole sitter. They separate themselves by 2/100ths of a second. Mr. Bell, Mr. Black, going to make up row number 2. Jason Branch and Grady Sullivan are going to make up row number 3. Wasserman and Rich Holland are going to be there row number 4. Robert Dudley, Jacob Emery are going to be there row 5. Kenny Reel and Mr. Gross in row 6 of that 77 joining the field. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you very much. And then we move down that starting grid. Row 7 is going to be Corey Rowe and Donnell Williams. Row 8 will be Matthew Mari and Casey Duncan back in the mix there on the outside. Noel's going to have Jonathan Casebeer, who's become TikTok, YouTube Reel, and Facebook short famous for last week's netcode incident. So hopefully he has a better race this week. And iRacing, the iRacing gods are kinder to him today here in the number 3. He's going to start outside row number 9. David Varela is going to have Coulter Jr. there in row number 10. PJ Cox is going to have William Mann in row 11. Mark Brewster will make up row 12 with Joey Gregory. And that will be your 24 drivers for today's race. It's going to be a long one. But it can be a fun one, and we'll see stages and pit cycles come into play here today, especially with the stages on 45 and, of course, on 90. Apparently, the truck race was pretty eventful yesterday. I had to miss the truck race yesterday because we picked up another league to broadcast, an old league that we've broadcast in the past, and that is, of course, our good friends over at Goat Racing. Speaking of which, you'll see some things out there according to Go Racing. Now, the one's getting an EOL for a penalty last week, so he started on pole, so he's going to have to work his way through the field here and just have some patience. So penalty for unclaimed caution or something like that when it comes to what happened. So he's going to start at the tail end of the field. A couple of drivers going to be there as well, and there's Chris Justice. So Justice will start on the outside here. And will be your technical race leader. The 14 of Bell will be there on the inside. And we'll see how these drivers try to push some boundaries. Michael's mom. Good luck to the drivers. Let's go. Hashtag Coulter Strong. Stars and donations, folks, going toward a new PC. So Amar had actually given me a great idea. And we're gonna try to make it happen. So, folks, we're going to need all the sponsor money we can get. Let's just put it that way. Not just sponsors, but all the donations we can get as well. Remember, supporters, memberships, going straight to Toys for Tots from now until December 15th. So make sure you get out there and you do it. Green flag, 167 laps for the drivers. They're ready to go. I'm ready to go. Hopefully you are as well. Big speed out of the corners. They continue to put on one heck of a show every Friday night here on Signature Esports. 14 out front, 52 there. These cars like to run the bottom side, but you gotta let the tire pressure work up. There's the 28 to the bottom side. Jason Branch loose. Caution's gonna come out. PJ Cox off the racetrack. Casey Duncan involved as well. So caution, lap 1. Brought to you by Dark Horizon Fishing. Facebook.com/Dark Horizon Fishing. Amar's your race controller here in the race, but I tell you what, he does a pretty darn fantastic job with some paints. So I encourage you to go check him out. He is quite the entrepreneur. 17 there on the outside. Free. Oh. Ooh, enter the 3. Case Beer here. In some nose damage early. PJ Cox involved as well. Thank you for subscribing out there on the old YouTube platform. Much love to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I wish my alert box was AM. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a subscriber right there. I appreciate you. I heard the alert and I was like, I didn't see it. So we'll make that a little bit bigger. Thank you very much for becoming a subscriber out there on, well, everywhere. I appreciate you. Thank you to all the fine folks. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And you fine folks have really just been making it happen. I want to go back and look. I heard the alert and I was like, who is that? It's Corey Rowe. Had to stop here. So he was fine. I don't know what was going on there. Oh, they're waiting for the pace car. That's what was going on. All right, here's Duncan. One more time. It's just free on the high side. Ooh. Ooh, and a 3. Nowhere to go. Boy. I'm going to go back to that. We're going to go on board with the 3. Here, he was, man. You know, we're going to make this guy famous. And maybe it's some of the unique. Ooh. 17 claimed the incident. Casey claiming it right there. You see it on your screen. Thank you to Amar for giving that out there. He does some great paint schemes, folks. He's got some new stuff he's been working on out there. And we'd love to see it. So we'll see these drivers get out here and roll. Quick caution. You have to let the tires warm up. One of the things about this racetrack that you have to do. There's no question about it. If you don't let the tires warm up, you are going to go around very quickly. It takes a couple of laps, and after that, you will find yourself being able to roll. I know more about this track than any track out there because this is my hometown track. One of 2 hometown tracks. We have Worldwide Technology Park that NASCAR runs on, as well as, of course, Kansas Speedway. It's on either side of me. I'm basically 2.5 hours from both of them if I want to go watch a NASCAR race. So just this track is deceiving. You feel like Superman when you want to run, but it can definitely become a handful really quickly. Cars are at 60% fuel, so their pit cycle is somewhere around that 35 mark, 38 mark. Pretty close to it. Green flag. And now, anybody who might have had a shot to come to pit road, get some fuel, that might be the case. Here's your pole sitter, Joshua Brock on the bottom side here. Little snap-on throwback team paint scheme. Love to see it. MCI graphics on there. Another good painter out there. Love to see that as well. 14, 52, 64, 7. Wasserman ready to go. Drivers already on the bottom side. Corey Rowe back here. Letting them go by. Gonna work his way back up the racetrack here. May have just gotten free. I don't know if he's having issues with the wheel here. Oh, the 8 doing a great job. Oh, the 8 free. Hold on, Coulter. Great save by Coulter Jr. there. Holy cow. Coulter will be short pitting here. And coming down pit road. What a save for that driver. Mari 30-40 is the fastest lap so far as the 25 works the bottom side. What a save from Coulter Jr. Fantastic drive. And their tires were 5 sets, so 4 on the wall. So I was right. They had the set they start with and the 4 tire changes. Casey Gross in the 77 had a nose full of Jacob Emery in front of him. And Toyota running the field. Spicy driving a Toyota this week. He is working the bottom side. Ready to rock and roll here as he slides up into the race line. Has Black behind him. Side by side. As Russell Black and Rich Holland. Holland given the additional effort there. 49 goes down to the bottom side. This is a deceiving racetrack when it comes to the bottom side. And right now the 35 working the high side. Right up there near the wall. Keeps himself clear. Has a run on Wasserman. Bell out front. 9 of 167. These cars run about a second faster than the field. Coulter Jr. coming off pit road. I think he came in. He served a penalty. And will be 2 laps down now, but he'll be able to get back up and running. Not quite sure what happened to cause the penalty there, but we shall see. So a lucky dog spot for Coulter Jr., but everybody else will have to come to pit road. So he might just get some spots based on fruition here. Take the fuel, go ahead and serve a penalty if he got one, and that's okay. 14 and the 7 duking it out for the lead. P3 is Rich Holland. 1966 on the iRating. Russell Black working his way forward as well. There's Jason Branch to the high side as the 28 rolls the corner. Robert Dudley in the 49 having a good race so far. Biggest mover of the race is going to be William Mann back here. The man himself going to be up 12 in the 29. Jacob Emery in the Sin Magic Toyota right behind him, trying to put a little distance between he and Joshua Brock, but Brock been very fast. Again, your pole sitter took an E-wheel at the beginning of the race and now calmly, coolly, and collectively working his way to the front. Got a lot of work to do. Long race with some stages plays a big factor. Mari trying to get some stage points for the first time this week. And I'd say it's for the first time. He got some stage points last week. We'll go over the points here in just a moment, folks. Keep the chats lively for me. I hope you're having a good Friday evening. Thank you for tuning in tonight as well. I always appreciate you. Spicy all over the back bumper of Bell. Spicy trying to work that bottom lane. Wasserman went to the lead. 14 with a run to the backside. 7 a little free. 14 over the back bumper. Good rebound for the drivers. The more you work that high line, the more tire wear you're going to get. Rich Holland with some nose damage early here. As now you see the top 7, 8 drivers right there finding some issues. Side by side, second lane, 35 there, 49 on the bottom side. Spicy with that nose damage is it's going to feel like a weighted duck right now. He's going to have to bide his time and try not to overrun things. But a great job by Rich Hollis to run inside the top 5. Bell back to the bottom. 3 wide into turn 1. 28 of Jason Branch, 25 of Mari. Mari backs out of the corner, 52. Chris Justice getting a little bit dicey there. Justice will be fine. They'll go back and they'll cycle, and they'll be just fine. 15 of 167. Long way around this racetrack. And Lap times now about half second off of what they started. Up 7 or 8 drivers digging hard. William Mann to Joshua Brock. Brock here in the number 1 car. Works the corner. Good speed off corner exit. You see how he is trying to work it. 29 to the bottom side. Right behind him. That's showing the 11. There's a 77 here. Well, I think it's Kenny Reel. Got to get him. He's in the 88. He's got the 11 paint scheme on for me. So we'll have to get that fixed for him. Let's see Kenny out there. Kenny and I battled at one of the league races that I participated in at one point. Noel here in the number 45. Trying to work his way forward. He's got 1 spot gain. Grady Sullivan off the most spots. Has some right side damage. Joshua Brock, Jacob Emery going at it. Brock to the bottom side. William Mann looked to be coming down to take the line away. Brock still tries to clear the 20 with a run. One little wall tap there. Nothing doing as the Dian goes to work. Coulter Jr. still working on his race pace. He'll be just fine. He's working the high side here. I think he is just taking his time here. Penalties do come out, and you have to serve them. As right now, Bell leads Brian Wasserman. Jason Branch going back to third here. There's Russell Black on the high side. The battle still going at it. 35 still in tow. A little bit, like I said, that nose damage matters. There's Robert Dudley in the 49. 2 Toyotas. We got more Toyotas in today's field than I think I've seen all race long. And now some Fords backing up the corner. Russell Black in a Ford. Jason Branch in a Ford. Take a look and see what your drivers are driving. Here they are. Dudley in a Toyota. Justice in a Ford. Big thank you to Noma TV becoming a proud partner over here at Signature Esports. Go check them out. I put a link to their YouTube channel. Click on that link. Give them a follow for me. Help grow their platform. And remember to follow me on TikTok as well. I have different things that are going to pop up now, folks. I used to put them all at once, and now I've kind of got them spread out. So check them out. Go follow Noma. He's another iRacing broadcaster like myself. He's trying to build his repertoire. And we're doing ourselves some justice, and we're gonna help him become better than me. Black to the inside, Holland on the high side. Holland back to fourth now. Do that Rowdy Energy, Virginia native, working the corner. Lessons learned well from that Toyota. High side working for him. Jason Branch in third. Wasserman in second. Chris Justice is going to be there in fifth here. Russell Black working on the corner as well. Mari, a good night for him. Up 7 so far. William Mann, still your biggest mover of the race. Joshua Brock trying to back up the corner, working the high side. Jacob Emery back 4 spots. He was up there working, trying to work that top 10. Not necessarily the best the best fallback, but I think he might just be having to recollect and rewind here a little bit. Brock, we started on the pole. We'll get those extra points. A little right front damage. Woo! A little diciness back here for the 88 of Kenny Reel. Out of the corner, you see the 9 works the corner. William Mann out of 3 and 4. Working the high side, but Brock back to the outside. Brock with a run. High side working here for the nighttime race. These Gen 6 cars, my favorite car on the circuit. And you're seeing them work. Joshua Brock to William Mann. Mari coming down pit road early. Holmberg, Ferrella, they're all coming to pit road early. Bell, Wasserman, Branch, Holland, that's going to be your top 4 At your top 5, Chris Justice. Good to see Chris back out there running again. We like to see that. Folks, if you haven't, so reach up, hit that like button for me. It goes a long way to help support the channel. Not only help support the channel, but help support the leagues and our content and gain us that extra exposure that we love to have. Not trying to be... There's a 29. Ooh, missed pit road entrance. He was trying to come down to pit road. Missed it, so he's going to have to go back around and try again. Corey Rowe on pit road now, the 79, working on getting his car taken care of. Many thoughts to all those folks that are over there in the East Coast. I know you're getting a tropical storm over there. Been keeping an eye on the weather because our Virginia fam about to have some of that. We want to make sure that everybody's safe. Brock to pit road. Donnell Williams, William Mann, Grady Sullivan, Casey Gross. Thank you, James. Thank you, sir. Big old like and a share from you. Thank you, MR. Appreciate you as well. Always, brother. Always. Need to get you on and moderate for you. I need to get back into your streams again, man. I've been so dang old busy and caught up on trying to be the best. And I'm 35 free. Stays out of the back bumper with a 28. Great save by Rich Holland there. At a turn 2, there's the 52 of Chris Justice. You know he's going to be wanting some fuel here. Drivers thinking about coming to pit road. Well, the early takers are going to be the takers are going to be able to do it here. Joshua Brock in 15. Case Beer, he's been battling his car since the beginning, and at least he kept it out there. He did not come to pit road and take a fast repair, so he's good to go. You haven't streamed in a while, but you're going to try to get back onto the next days off. Good. Good. AJ giving us a like. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you. Good. I'll make sure I jump in there. Holmberg having an issue on lap 27. Repay all the love and the favors to all you fine folks. You guys have been putting up with me for 3 years now, just over 3 years. Almost 4 years. May will be 4 years. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thank you for the share, my man. Yeah. Folks, my first supporter and one of my first followers, Mr. Mandarood, he has a channel out there. It's Mandarood Racing on Facebook and on Kick as well. You got to check him out because he's a ton of fun. He does ATS. He gets out there and races and has some fun with that. Go check him out. It's literally some wholesome content. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy yourself with him. And he's just killer, man. He's just killer. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing, man. That's what we're doing. Enjoying ourselves. Calling races are going to be 7 days a week here very soon. We are working on getting some more sponsorship opportunities, not just for us, but for the leagues, but mostly for us, so we can get another PC set off the side over here, so we can. Well, not off the side. Actually, it needs to become my regular gaming PC. So that way I can have 2 iRacing streams going at once, so we can merge to the streaming PC, and then from there we're going to be. Excuse me. From there, we'll be able to do some cool stuff. Amar gave me the idea. I'm going to give all the credit to him. But it's something that we've always wanted to do. But Amar, like really put a frog in me, put a little giddy up in my hiccup here, or my hiccup in my giddy up, whatever you want to call it. And I really want to make it happen. So 1,032 days following. Yes, sir. That is awesome. That's literally my entire streaming. 15 months supporting. Yeah, I know, man. I couldn't believe it whenever I got monetized on Facebook. When I got monetized on Facebook, it was amazing. Now I'm monetized on YouTube, and now we're monetized on Twitch. So we've got 3 sources of stream revenue, and we're trying to increase it across. Let's go spicy, says AJ out there. And, you guys are awesome. And all of you folks on YouTube really making this happen, you're amazing. YouTube has been probably the best over the last couple of months because, everybody's watching on YouTube right now. And on Facebook. People are going back and rewatching on Facebook. It's like the live stream is migrated over to YouTube, but the watches and rewatches have started to migrate to Facebook. So, and I appreciate everybody just getting out there putting, even if it's just 3 minutes of your time. 3 minutes of your time goes a long way. And when it comes to that and ad support. A lot of drivers coming to pit road. Bell's on. Wasserman's on. Rich Holland coming around. He's going to take one more lap. I try, man. I try. I want to say that I'm the best, but I do try. I absolutely do try. And I want to make sure that what I'm doing is good for everybody. Kenny Reel coming around. Duncan's going to be in third. Bell on pit road. Almost misses pit road there. Rich Holland staying. Kenny Reel staying out. PC staying out here. These drivers, they can catch a lot of these drivers a lap down. That's a big deal. Bell leaving pit road. Short little pit stop. But here's Farella coming around with some new tires. He took a full pit stop there. Stage points absolutely matter in this league. So you have to do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hit that like, share button if you're new. That's right. Mandarud is the bomb, man. Alex said on his share, I'm watching my favorite broadcaster. Thank you, sir. Rich Holland coming down pit road. KC's going to take some laps led here. Can't make it on fuel. 60% fuel means you have to take a short pit stop here. It will be the same when it comes to the pit cycle. You can, they're like 2 laps short on fuel. Gonna be the way it is. There it is. Your diecast fanatic, folks. Get out there. Big share. I don't know why that tripled up. Only supposed to go once or twice. It doesn't matter. We'll get it all worked out. Make sure you do it. That's Set Go Racing Diecast. Go check them out. Any order over $50. And you save 25% off by using promo code signature. Russell Black off the racetrack. Duncan into pit road. Bell's your race leader. But don't count out this guy. Farella in the 9. Working the corner behind the 28. 6 laps to go. New tires will rule the roost here. 79. Corey Rowe a lap down. Coulter Jr. got a lap back here. He's going to be all right. I think he's only a lap down. And yeah, Coulter's only a lap down, so a chance for some free pass action. Bell lapping all the way to Corey Rowe. Corey Rowe here on the bottom side will be able to get a lap back. K-Spear came to pit road. I think when he came to pit road on 35, he got his damage repaired. Or got a little bit of the damage repaired. He did not take any more out of that. Coulter Jr. will be fighting for a lucky dog spot here if he can play catch up to Jonathan K-Spear. K-Spear up on the high side. 05 of PJ Cox to the bottom side. Up 10. Morella's going to be up 16. He's behind the 28 and has the speed and the tires here to be able to catch these guys. And has the race line. 79 trying to get his lap back. Kenny Reel to pit road. Came in for fuel only. And now maybe pitting a few laps shorter to get himself. I don't think that's going to be an advantage here. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Joshua Brock up to 9th already. Donnell Williams in front of him. 52 of Chris Justice trying to make it work. Farella to the bottom side making the pass on Branch. 42 of 167. 79 on the bottom side. Corey Rowe. 1752 on his last pit stop. Does have a little bit fresher tire than the 14. Came it on 24. took the tires, took the fuel. And the 14 down to try to keep him a lap down. Coulter Jr. to pit road, the tires. 45 and 90. Completion of lap 45. At the end of this lap, you should see pit road close. David Ferrella took tires, but Bell had such a lead. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Pit road will close when we cross the start-finish line. That's Amar out there race controlling. Ferrella, 4/10 of a second. 2 laps to go. End the stage. And the 9 with the tires. 3/10 of a second now as they work the high side. Can he catch Bell? Holland back to 4th, and a good run for him. Tires and fuel for him on that last run. Went ahead and took a full pit stop. And you might as well. Right now, David Ferrella in second on the white flag lap for the stage. Rich Holland playing catch-up here. Going to be there to the bottom. Big center of the corner to second for the stage. Bell's going to win stage 1, but Rich Holland passes 2 for 1. He's going to finish second of the stage. How about that? Spicy sent it. Rich Holland sent it. Came in on 37, had a great pit stop, and then for basically 8 laps, sent it around almost. And one more lap, he has Bell. He sent it down on the bottom there, and wow. Okay. Hold on. Holy cow. David Ferrella finished in 3rd, Branch 4th, Dudley 5th, Wasserman 6th, Justice 7th. Justice actually is going to stay out here. He came in on 35. Corey Rowe in on pit road, so Kenny Reel should be your lucky dog here. And so a few drivers decide to stay out. Justice, Jacob Emery, and Russell Black. All these drivers staying out. It's going to trap all these drivers a lap or 2 down. Case Spears going to be here as well. So drivers saving fuel. And Coulter Jr. came out on 39. And I would be saving fuel. How about that paint scheme? I'm digging it. I was trying to go back. Hold on, a lot of things happening right now. Let's go back here. I wanted to look at the pass that Spicy put on him. In 42. Hold on, let's go back here. This is on Rich Holland, who right here had a ton of speed. Watch this. He goes to drop to the bottom, and that line opened up. Look at that speed difference. Wow. His tires were barking at everything. P2 in the stage. That's some good points. Stage points are almost as good as a win. Coulter comes to pit road. It's going to take some more fuel here. right. Thank you, folks. I appreciate you being out there. Much love to you. Caution brought to you by Dark Horizon Fishing. Go to facebook.com/Dark Horizon Fishing. Get yourself out there and find yourself, yeah, well, you know, one of the best things you could ever find. Case Beer's going to be back on the, it's going to be a lap down here. I have a huge conversation going on Twitter right now. You can follow me on Twitter at Real or X, whatever you want to call it, at Real Sig Esports or at Real Sig Esports. Apparently Signature Esports was taken. Anywho, I don't know about who. There's only one of us out there that I've seen. Chris Justice, you race leader. So the conversation is over Payday 3, which came out yesterday. I spent yesterday morning playing it. Was going to get on and play today, and it's an absolute blast to play. But their servers went down. Their server's been down most of last night and most of today, and they went to an online only mode. Instead of having that single player, that single player mode. All right, we're ready to go. Stage 2, go to lap 90. Chris Justice, Jacob Emery, Rich Holland to third. The 20 there on the outside, 14 with the big push. To the bottom side, Emery in the 20. Spicy did not get that fixed. You should check out NordVPN, folks. Holland to the lead. We're trying to 4 wide on the front straightaway, and they wonder why. If you wonder why there's going to be, if there's any issues here, this will be why. It's because they're trying to do too much too soon. Long race pace into the stage. Holland to the bottom side. We'll send the bottom here on the 52. Bounce the corner, slide up. Get up and play defense. Rich Holland to the lead. Icy to pull the 14. Full head of steam for the 52. 35 on the high side. 14 newer tires on the bottom. Bell to run and clear. As now Rich Holland will have to go back on defense and go to work. Robert Dudley in third. Full head of steam as they continue to go. William Mann in the 29 up 17. Working on some race pace. PJ Cox came in for fuel only as well. Some of the drivers took a set of tires in that stage to be able to do what they needed to do to have stage points. Well, now, if a caution were to come out, it's only going to benefit the other drivers who did not take tires, because you guarantee most of these drivers are going to be able to stay out and save fuel. Chris Justice dropping back. Give it on 35. Does not have enough fuel for the stage. Neither does Jacob Emery, who has fallen all the way back to 13th now after restarting second. 19 of Joey Gregory to the inside. Joe in that Toyota. Varela in the 9. Varela had the biggest head of steam earlier, and now came back to pit road, took another set of tires, and is just trying to work on this pace. 77 behind. Casey Burrow, South 4, trying to work back to the front. Case Beer, a lap down. Coulter Jr., 2 laps down. And I'm not sure. I wonder if Coulter had an issue. I know he had an issue with the stage, or with the penalty earlier. Holland back to 5th. Spicy's just going to have to back up his corners and let him go. William Mann Jr. up 18. He's going places. Joshua Brock, story of the night. Curved a knee wheel at the beginning of the race, finds himself in 6th. Caution comes out. That'll be Casey Gross. Casey Gross. High side, high side. Ooh, 8 up into the 9. Oh, into the 20. Oh, no. Coulter Jr. Stop and jump to pit road. He had a run on the bottom side there before chase this one. He was side by side with the 77. Up to drop into the corner. A good line into the corner. 9-3 wide. And the 8 just didn't expect the 9 to be there. 77 with the blown engine. 88 with the tore up right front. That thing is now junk. That's awful. You don't expect it to be there. You don't expect that car in the second lane. From the cockpit view, see what I want to see what we saw. What we saw here. So Coulter's on the bottom side here. He sees the 9 up there. He's got a car to his outside already. He drops into the bottom side here, and he's trying to hold it, trying to hold it. Oh, just drifts up the race line and gets into him. And Farrell is going to be your race leader here. It's a 9. You got a 47. Hayespear will be your lucky dog. Unfortunate circumstances for Mr. Coulter. Spicy came in, fuel only. Yes, we have been on the 50-minute mark. It's like, what in the world's going on? Why is it repeated? I know why. I know why. Pick that up. All right. AMR Paintworks giving you the Fixed Racing League Gen 6 series here. Second caution for incident, one for stage as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Robert Dudley's going to be your race leader. Rich Holland in second. William Mann's going to be in third. Bell came in, took tires on this last stint. Brian Wasserman did as well. Chris Justice came in, took tires. Russell Black came in, took tires. Jacob Emery with tires. Noel came in, took tires, and got some damage repaired. Gross did so as well. Got himself in 47 seconds on pit road, getting some stuff worked on. Mark Brewster's going to be run that 73. Corey Rowe working on getting some time back as well. Coulter Jr. on pit road or out of the race as we speak. Case Spear cut off pit road, just getting it worked on. Little bits at a time go a long way. And the win is keep your chats lively, folks. I want to hear it. I want to hear what you folks have going on. What do you folks have going on for Saturdays? Tomorrow, I'm going to be possibly having family game night. We'll see. We'll see if Mrs. Signature wants to get out there and have some fun. Incident claimed. I hear it. Need to go take care of your parents' dog for a bit. I understand. Mr. Shappy, how you doing, brother? Is that what you're doing for your Saturday? Love it. Lights are going to be off of the pace car. Dudley, Holland, Joshua Brock. Robert Dudley elects the high lane here on the restart. Doing all right. Good deal. Good deal. Thank you fine folks for being out there. I appreciate you all. Then if you're becoming an EMT, that's awesome. Hats off to you, man. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Dudley, Holland. Dudley goes. William Mann right behind the 35. 35 up the race line. Can't change lanes before the start-finish line. Joshua Brock, the driver, trying to work his way back to the front. A little bit older tire here will work in his favor. And a later caution is going to keep an extra set of tires in the hands of Joshua Brock and some of the other field. Bell, one of the drivers here, 3 wide. So is Wasserman, trying to use the tires to their advantage. Working in a hospital for 7 years now and need a second job or a change. Hey, I understand that one. Bell trying to get some stage points out of this. William Mann working the high side, not there to deliver. 35 up on the higher race line here. Big shove down to the corner. Most of the other drivers came in on 57 or 62, 14 to the bottom side. Dudley leads some laps, 14 and to 7, working on the corner. Spicy back to fourth now as Bell utilizes a new tire strategy here. His tires are about 12 lap fresher than the field, or I take that back, about 7 green flag laps fresher than the field, and that's pretty much the way it looks. Casebeer going back. PJ Cox in the 05 working the high side, seeing some things change. Casebeer behind Noel. Noel with some right side damage as well. Barella trying to work his way back forward in that number 9. Bell, Wasserman 1-2 right now as Dudley goes to work. One thing I noticed about Bell and Bell early on was that he started to extend and he got fast, but there were drivers catching him, and namely this number 1 car. So as the tires wear, whoa, 88, Kenny Reel getting a little bump, and that was almost a 90s hip-hop song. Icy into the wall here. The 35 gets a little right front damage. He'll be fine. These cars can be beat on. Justice. It's Casey Duncan. Newer tires starting to work its way forward. 52 there to the inside. 35 stays high. 88 slides in front of the 28 of Jason Branch here. Jacob Emery runs his fastest lap of the race last time by, 30.69. But he's getting faster. Driver's getting faster, but you got to remember, Bell and Wasserman have new tires. Dudley does not. Robert Dudley, his lap times are not far off, and as these tires wear, these top 2 have 23 laps to think about what kind of race pace they want to run for stage. And some of these newer points are not doing too well. Spicy had a blink moment there. Weather can be getting bad over on the East Coast there, folks. Just remember that. Brewster to pit road, 73 coming in. '68 of 167. Just under 100 laps. Dudley still keeping pace. That 9/10 of a second difference here is a good race line. William Mann to Chris Justice. Chris Justice pops out. Runs all the way to the bottom side. And William Mann, big old dent in the back bumper there. You see the 88 rocket up. Kenny Reel going to do the same thing. There's the 20 on the bottom side. Dangerous momentum here. And you don't want to be pushing it too hard right now, because anything can happen and the roles get reversed. Because think about it. They've just ran about the same amount of laps that the tires had on before. What if a caution would have come out now? The roles would be reversed and they would be dropping back. So maintain a gap. Jacob Emery to the bottom side. William Mann right there. Emery has to back his corner up. 88. Trying to get clear. A little free off corner. Good battle going on between these three as Emery drives straight into the corner. Going to be able to clear here. That is a very, very unorthodox line for the 20. And I know he's got to be burning those tires up. William Mann with a run in second in that second lane. Kenny Reel behind. I like the back of Williams' car. It's Only Man's. Dylan Myers becoming a subscriber out there on the old YouTube. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Woo! Kenny Reel backing out of the corner, and you see how tight this car gets on that bottom side on older tires. Kenny Reel backed up the corner, and William took all of that air off and defended that line flawlessly. And now Russell Black with a pass. Black has new tires as well on 57. Top four, all with new tires. Dudley still trying to battle back with the 20 on the outside. 20's not going anywhere. There it is. William Mann in that 16th spot, or up 16 in that 6th spot. Your biggest mover right now. Russell Black coming up with some tires. Dudley really keeping pace for a top 5 here. It'll be 16 laps to go into the stages next time by. As Bell's out front, tire strategy working out here, but that's one less set just in case there's a late caution. A good race so far. We've seen a couple of races for incident. As Noel in the 45 digging a little bit more out of the corner than what he needs. Gross in the 77 working hard. Thanks, sir. Much love. Appreciate you. '77 still trying to work for it. How about Grady Sullivan getting himself a good little line here, doing a decent job of working hard. This is a tough track to get out there and try to push the boundaries. We're at least 2 green flag pit stops in the final stage, and that's a big momentum changer when you think about how you're going to have to run, because they'll come around the complete lap 90, and the way the stage is run, you have to save fuel or you have to pit. And saving fuel around Kansas is tough, especially when you're out there and you can run 30.4s. We watched last night, the fastest lap we watched last night at 30, I think it was a 31.28, I think was what it was. And that was in the draft on a very long run. Here, the fastest lap of the race today, about 8/10 of a second faster, 30.41, Dudley. I'm checking. I'm looking. David Farella ran a 30.41. Grady Sullivan ran a 30.4. So, I mean, that's fast. I do miss these cars. Wasserman in second. Bell out front. Chris Justice in third. But we take a look at the points, folks. We didn't even do that earlier. Real quick, Wasserman leads in the points with a win here, and he sits in second right now. Dave is out of the race this week. He is sitting second right now. Dudley third in points. Donna Williams has a stage win and sits well. This is what I talk about points. Stage points matter almost more than getting the race win. Noel, above the cutoff line, he's the 12th in points, has a stage win. And I think they're doing a playoff structure, so I do think that it is a win and you're in format. But look at Chris Justice sitting there in 10th. So playoff points matter. The race line matters. So technically, Wasserman and Noel Holmberg are leading points right now with a win. And I can't remember who the third driver is that has a win. That was the points that I found that we were saving. So we shall see. All right, Bell, Wasserman, Justice. Bell and Wasserman had a huge lead, so they're working on that. Rich Holland's in 11th here. He's just trying to manage for the time being. As newer tires disrupted the race line. See Joshua Brock trying to get some more stage points. Rich can work his way back to the front. His lap times are faster than 5 of the drivers in front of him, not including Joshua Brock. So Kenny Reel, caution. That means we're going to have a short little stint for some tires here. 32:03 was the lap time for Bell. To take a look and see what happened. I have no clue. Oh, there it is. It was the 05. DJ Cox. All the way to the bottom side of the race line here. Yeah, 9 just slides up, has to brake heavy. That was just an awkward line. And the reason why it's awkward is you see the 9 running with the 2 of Donna Williams on the high side. Let's go back to the 9 of Dave Farella here. Watch Dave. Watch what he's watching with the 05. He's got to run here. The 05 does some weird things. The 2's still there. Splits the tires. 05 way up the race line. And then the 9, and then he wasn't sure what the 9 was going to do, and so he gets tight in the corner. A great job by the drivers trying to avoid that. William Mann, I don't know if he got any damage out of that. I do want to go back and take a look at that. So everybody's coming to pit road. Not William Mann. That wasn't William Mann. That was Donna Williams. Went up on Donnie here. I don't think Donnie got involved in that. Let's take a look. Let's see. Little wall tap for Donnie. He sees that. Ooh. Oh, he did. He got a little nose damage. Dang it. All right. Brock in and out of pit road. Kenny Reel in and out of pit road. Duncan comes in for tires and fuel. Spicy gets some damage repaired. It's about 14 seconds of damage. Start from the tail end of the field here. Just try to manage some pace. Justice, Emery, Black, Mari, Gregory, Farella, Bell. Those drivers all stayed out. Sorry, Bell came to pit road. Bell went ahead and took tires. And so did Wasserman. They came in, so they're already down 3 sets, which is interesting. Everybody, most of the other drivers down 2. Remember, they get 4 tire changes to get the set they start on, and then 4 tire changes, so 5 sets of tires total. So Chris Justice trying to steal some points away. This might get messy. 73 looking to get a free pass here. Mark Brewster was ahead of the 52. Jacob Emery, Russell Black. All these drivers came in and took tires. Mari and Joe Gregory working out. Doing a decent job, folks. Keep the chats live. We want to hear what you guys are doing. Tell me about it. I want to know. Barella. Sits in 6th. Or if the 9 claimed the incident, and because the 9 claimed the incident, that would be an EOL, wouldn't it? I believe so. $14. Yep. Gonna be an EOL. To go to the tail end of the field. Unfortunate. He had a good race. He had a good line going on there. His race is not over though. A lot left. Gonna hop on iRacing here in a bit. Very cool. You know, I wanted to run Texas all week long, and I haven't ran a single race there this week. No bueno. 52, Alexa High lane on the restart here. The 20 of Jacob Emery on the bottom. Emery and Mari. Russell Black back here as well. See the 64 up there in that Ford. It's Ford, Toyota, Chevy. Ford, Chevy, Toyota. Everything's hitting all at once. Folks, if you are a diecast fanatic, we have a deal for you. It's right there in chat. 25% off over an order of $50 by going to goatracingdiecast.com. He is a staple now. And we love it. Green flag as Chris Justice gets a good restart there. Brad Dove giving us like, what's up, Mr. Dove? How you doing, sir? Good to see you out there. Always a pleasure. Hello at Paintworks, giving you all the action for the Fixed Racing League. Facebook.com/AMR.Paintworks. Got some heck of a good deal out there as well. Wasserman to the inside, 3 wide, into turn 1. And I tell you what, Wasserman, very lucky that didn't end up poorly, but did a great job splitting the seam there. Ooh. And June of you cold ones, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well, my friend. Happy Friday. Justice checks up the field. Big run for the 28-14 there as well. How about Dudley? Says, you stay there. I'm going to the high side. Bell, nowhere to go. Cuts the nose off. Closing pits coming up. 49 to the 14. Bell takes the nose off of Dudley, clears himself. Don't do that. You're going to get yourself turned and wonder why you came across the nose of somebody. 2 laps to go into the stage. We're going to go to lap 90. 49 works the corner. 49 in the draft. 14. Wasserman, big lead here. Doesn't have much to worry about. Leads in the points. Currently, as you see the 14 trying to work the corner. Robert Dudley closing in. Branch right behind. Huge run down to the straightaway. Bell trying to run as fast as laps he can. 14 crosses over. Big head of steam. Stage win comes down to the race line. 7 free. Stays high. That's your stage break right there. Wasserman takes the stage. Jason Branch, fastest lap of the race, 30.31. Bell, second. Dudley, third. Jason Branch, fourth. Kenny Reel finishes fifth. Brock in sixth. William Mann in seventh. Brady Sullivan in eighth. Gross in ninth. And Justice in 10th. But Spicy working his way up to 13th through all of that. Happy Friday to everybody. I hope you are on a TGIF mode. All amazing stuff. I think, Alex, you said, oh yeah, January 18th, you're hosting a charity race. That's right. That's right. Dark Horizon Fishing there again. AMR Paintworks, talking about paints. Oh, there's a paint right there. I made that paint. That one right there, I made. The one Spicy has on. It's pretty. I got to get a screenshot of that later when he gets a new paint on. Let's find one of these ones out here that old Amar made. That one Brock made. Brady Sullivan's there. Do you make justices? Which one did I have on the... Hold on, I'll tell you. Yeah, 52. Yeah, that one. He's on the cover. And the 64. He made the 64 as well. It's black. There he is. Looks good with dirt on it. Just saying. We'll take a look at it. There it is. Mixed Racing League look. It does it all. Spec maps and all of it, folks. Look at that. That's a spec mapped car. It's got a deal out there for you. It doesn't come with damage. Does not come with damage. That you have to earn. You have to put that on there yourself. That's the way it is. And Russ did a great job. Little right front damage. Never hurt anybody here. Russell Black getting the featured car here. Let's go take a look. He's coming up pit road. You know that's happening. Look through the driver cams of everybody. These cars just sound better. Hey, check them out the back of the field. Look at that crowd up there. I love Kansas. I do. It's an amazing racetrack. One thing that I'm going to work on doing is figuring out how to pump this crowd into the feed a little bit better. Because we're sitting right next to him. You should be able to hear him better. He said, cheer up. Noel getting the old race around there. Look at these fine folks popping in and out. Yeah. Big old racetrack right here. We should be going back to it here, folks. Pace car is going to lead them out of 3 and 4. Joshua Brock is back in front. He is your race leader. Took tires when he came to pit road. Some drivers saving tires, like the 14, the 7, Dudley, Kenny Reel, Brady Sullivan, Jason Branch. Holland saved. You can see Chris Justice took tires. Jacob Emery took tires. Gregory, Donnell Williams, all these drivers taking tires. Joshua Brock with that number 1 pit stall. I mean, he came in on 83. He decided he was going to stay out. So he's on a level playing field with everybody. The only difference is fuel. And you see the 73 right there. He's going to be at the tail end of the field. Try to cut the pace car off here as we fly over the course here. One of the things I like about this racetrack is just how big the infield is. Got a little road course on the inside here as well. We'll fly by here as we see these drivers get ready to go. There is no static cam here on iRacing for Kansas. I do wish that they had left those in because I had all mine set and then and got rid of them. This is pit road for you. There's victory lane here. Pace car is going to dive in for the final stage. It's about to heat up. There's Barney. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Green flag racing to 167. Joshua Brock through the gears. (14) to the inside. Brock's your pole sitter. I'm going to remind you on that. These drivers came in on 92. Now Brock on 83 took tires then. Bell out front. Brian Wasserman here. Brock trying to shake things up here a little bit. He'll come to pit road when he needs to. He'll be on a different strategy than pretty much everybody. Jacob Emery here on the bottom side. I mean, most of these drivers, you got to remember, they all came to pit road a couple of laps prior to that. We talk about Joshua Brock came in on 83 and took tires then. There's not much change in these cars. They only ran a few laps. You got to remember the stage break was pretty much everything. Jacob Emery, 30.15, fastest lap here. It's around Rich Holland. Holland still with some nose damage. 52 to the inside. Justice rolling. This is Justice first taker with new tires. Emery with new tires as well to the outside. A couple of laps mean a lot, but they don't mean that much. Bell out front. Wasserman in second. Joshua Brock on the high side in third. Dudley. Fuel only on his pit stop, but it'd take tires prior to that. Jonathan Casebeer up here competing now. The 3, a much better day across the nose of the 44, though. That can turn around really quickly. Got to make sure that thing says clear by a mile. 35's just got to have some patience here. The big checkups in front of you. That's what's going to set your corner up for a long run. There's a 20. This high side working for Spicy. One thing I like about this car, besides the look, the 20 there. You see the dropping from the 52. Got a big old hashtag Spicy there. In my beautiful face. Hold on, we got to look at this. We did this for him. Virginia's for lovers. 2021, last year the Cup car ran. The Gen 6 Cup car ran, so we left it there. 20 up the race line. Big check up on the high side. Drivers trying to be patient here. Jacob Emery has ran some fast laps here, but he's not settled in. Right now, Joshua Brock, the driver that I think has the better race line on older tires. He's on the oldest of tires inside the top 5. Bell up front, a little bit more weight. Wasserman with a little bit more weight, so that's going to be the lap difference here. Right now, Chris Justice to the bottom side. Justice, Dudley to the outside. Battle for fourth. 28 to the outside. Jason Branch trying to work that corner. If you get the outside lane, right about now, that outside lane is if you can make the pass there, that's where you have to put the car. 49 in the third lane, 28 there as well, 20 falling back. Spicy back to 10th. 44, Grady Sullivan working the corner. Bell, Wasserman, Brock a half second. Was 9/10 of a second, and now here they go. The top 2 keep dropping below the bottom of the race line. Fastest way to wear your tires out here? Well, that's it. There's a difference between Brock and Wasserman. 310. Oh, caution's going to come out here. And that's shaking some stuff up. Jason Branch, Chris Justice, Kenny Reel, all involved. They'll back up the corner. Brock doing a great job. We'll have a chance to come in here. Ooh, 52 over the wall. And that checked up the field. That's what happened. So the 52 gets into the wall up there. Far chase this one here for you. Watch this. 52 gets into the wall. You see smoke. 28 backs the corner. And so this goes down low. The 88 gets into him. And then boom, 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 boom. 44, 28, 52, 88 all involved. There's Kenny Reel right here. Nowhere to go. Ouch. Have I tried Mountain Dew hard cider? Or are you talking about the yeah, I have not tried it. My boy tried it though. I believe my boy tried it. Chris Justice. Just got into the wall. That was it. Honest mistake. Got into the corner a little tight. Yep, right there. That's what we get it. Joshua Brock on pit road, tires and fuel, maybe? Yeah. Dudley. Fuel only. I know Williams, fuel only. Bell. I'm surprised Bell didn't get a speeding penalty there. Coming off pit road. Joshua Brockwood back to 6th. Mare, fuel only. Wasserman in 7th. Robert Dudley and Donnell Williams, fuel only. Tires for Bell and Wasserman. So at least one more pit stop here for the drivers. They come around on 106. So they have one more green flag pit stop. You can't make it all the way to the end. Mr. Harger, what do you say, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you all out there. Much love. Thank you for the like. Appreciate you. You have fine folks out there everywhere. I appreciate you everywhere. Thank you to Noma TV for being a proud partner over here as well. What do you say, man? What do you say? We really got to catch up. Well, yeah, we're always busy. Everybody's busy, folks. I know. Excuse me. Oh, man. They are working their way here. Mark Brewster coming back to pit road here. Dudley dipping out. Chris Justice will take the UL. We'll go to the tail end of the field. Spicy getting a storm out there. Hopefully he's going to be fine. He's still driving with nose damage. I think he's waiting for that big one. He got the car's fixed. He's just got a little bit of nose damage. Got a top 5 car. Dudley doing a great job. Donnell Williams doing a phenomenal job as well. 4th caution of the race for incident, I do believe. I think 6th total. Wait, no. No, 4th for incident. No. 2 for stages. Yes. 4th for, yes, so 6 total. Oh, I can talk. I can speak today. .108 being complete, about 50 laps to go. AMR Paintworks. Find him on Facebook. Get yourself a paint from him. Does a phenomenal job, folks. He's one that brings you the Fixed Racing League Gen 6 Cup Series and knocks it out of the park. He does some race control stuff on the side, too, a.k.a. he's the race control in today's race. But got to focus on those paints, man. He does a killer job. Go check him out. I want you to take a look and see what he does and reach out to him. Pretty affordable. give you what you want. Not just that, but he does logo design and all kinds of stuff. Dudley, Williams, Bell, Wasserman. None of these drivers are choosing the high line here, but I wouldn't necessarily want to be choosing the high line on the restart at Kansas. Big checkup. Wasserman able to get the lead that he needs. The 2 with not the greatest restart there. 2 up the race line. Whoa, the 25 of Amari almost gets taken out by the 7 of Wasserman there. Oh, going around. Caution. Ouch. Varela involved. Gross involved. Good. It was just free. And then that's that new tire smell. It's a 77 here. We will do this the appropriate way. New tire smell. Right. Boy. I don't know where the 9 could go. Gets free off the corner. Bam. Bam, 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 bam. 64. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. No real good helicopter yet. You're an old man. All right, I'm going to take this moment to go hydrate. Mari Williams into pit road. Dudley still your race leader. I'll be right back. I gotta, yeah, it's a long race. Back at some green flag action here. Bell to the front. Dudley drops back a little bit. Wasserman goes to the second here with Joshua Brock. So Brewster coming to the pit lane. Joshua Brock running 116 of 167. Good lap time so far. Joshua Brock trying to work to the inside. Dudley drops the corner. It's a little bit off pace, not too bad. We'll see how it works though. Branch 30-28, his fastest lap of the race. Joshua Brock to second. Wasserman defends on the high side. Back straightaway for the driver. Spicy going for moves. Drivers give it a 106. Rich Holland now in fifth. Dudley working the corner. 50 laps to go in the race. My math can work, I promise. Bell out front. And this will come down to whoever comes to pit road first if it stays green. Especially anybody inside the top 5. Caution. Brewster back down to pit road. Donnell Williams involved here. Here's a look. Oh, the 44 off the wall. Into Donnie. He takes nose contact there. 44 of Grady Sullivan brings that one out. Great job by Donnie. I'd have to look at that one from this gets up and perfect 3 rotations. Doesn't even touch the wall. About them apples. And oh, there it is. Maybe might work. Maybe. There it is. Gotta play it. Gotta give it to him because that was 3 perfect rotations. Just not, this is what it is. Rooster coming around. Grady Sullivan coming off pit road. Russell Black off pit road as well. A chance for some drivers here. Dudley came to pit road. Tires and fuel for him. 44 claims the incident from MR out there. Links in the description for all the fine folks involved. Admin box as well. Adminbox.com. Make sure you use TFRL for your promo code. Make sure that you check out all the fine folks out there just enjoying iRacing as a competitive sport. Joshua Brock, Jason Branch, Rich Holland inside the top 5. Crank Bell out front once again. Wasserman in second. Bell looking for his first win. Wasserman looking for another one. Anything can happen here as the laps start to tick away. Keep your eye on the back end of this field. If Emery and Dudley, any of these drivers coming in on 119 can save, there you go. Proud to be a partner with Noma TV. There's a YouTube channel right there, folks. Click on that link for me and go give him a follow. subscribe to his YouTube channel. You want some more iRacing content? That's a guy that's going to be up and coming. I promise you. Some of the best out there. Air Force paint scheme going on. Special warfare. I would make an Air Force joke, but hats off. I was in the Army for 9 years. I've got them for days, just like they do. Lights are off on the pace car. We're gonna go back to green flag racing with just over 40 laps to go. Coming around a complete lap 122. And we're going to 167. The math says 45 laps to go. Still a green flag pit stop in somebody's future. Grady Sullivan coming back to pit road. He had to come to pit road anyway. We're going to go to the tail end of the field anyway, but I'm hoping that that's not a black flag for him, because that's entering closed pits, and hopefully he doesn't have to serve that. That's typically what happens in that regard. Thank you, everybody, for being out there. Your grandfather was Air Force for 20 years, Mr. Shappy. Hey, you know, I tell you what, it's a different day and age, man. Air Force and the Army Air Corps back in the day. My grandfather was in the Army Air Corps, which was the Air Force prior to it being its own branch, and that's a whole different. Those days you don't talk crap on military branches during that time. No, sir. Even though they'll give each other a hard time, I do not. I will not. 14 to the bottom side. Big checkup on the high side. Jason Branch. Side by side, the 7. Not giving any room to the 1. Big shove into the corner. Little door banging action going on. 123 of 67. Well, thank you to your grandfather's service. Much love. Top 3 for Joshua Brock. Shove into the corner. 35 into the middle. 52 to the bottom side. 35 will be able to slide up here. 19 into the wall. 35 does not go high here. Doesn't have the room. Branch on the high side. Joshua Brock to the bottom. Pretty much everyone, you know, talks about it, ends up saying that they know if they had joined it. Yeah. Air Force is, there's a reason why we call it the Chair Force. It's all joking aside. I'm chairborne. Jason Branch trying to work his way to the front here. It was part of the 82nd Airborne Division. Hey, how about the 82nd Airborne Choir? 28 looks free. Making it to the next round on, what is it, America's Got Talent? How about that? Who'd have thunk it? Bell, Wasserman, Branch, Brock still to the outside. Brock's trying to hold on here. 52 still working the inside lane. There's Robert Dudley to the bottom side. Dudley trying to go places here. Says, beep, beep, I've got new tires. 13 lap fresher tires to be precise. Mari continue to move forward as well. Second lane running for the drivers. 49 runs the second lane. There to the outside. Brock all the way to the bottom of Jason Branch. Trying to take the lane away. Branch up on the high side. I said he looked free earlier. He's getting tighter into the corner. You see that happening. Dudley looking to go to the inside. We're going to turn the alerts off there, folks. That thing's going too frequently now. It's not supposed to be, so bear with me. We have to get that timing down a little bit better. Joshua Brock back to 7th. Rich Hall and Robert Dudley. Dudley pinches down to 35, trying to run them tight. 35 to the bottom side, 49 with just newer tires here. Holland and a Toyota to the bottom side. 49 runs second lane on exit. 28. Oh, 35, free off the corner. Great checkup by the 52. Mari to the inside. Up 10 is the driver. Gregory up 15. Ooh, back here. Mari almost clears his nose. Or clears the nose off of the 35. A chance for them to run. Joshua Brock working back forward here. 35 breaks the draft. Tries to get himself a little cleaner air. Bell out front. Wasserman in second. Branch to third. Dudley to the outside. Dudley's got new tires. Wasserman goes to the inside, and they're trying to break up the race line here. Wasserman to the lead. Bell burned him up. 3 wide into turn 1. 3 wide for second as the 28 is going to be stuck there at the bottom. 49 there to the inside. Dudley drops into the corner. Bell trying to deliver. Dudley with a bigger run. There to the second lane. 14 runs the high side. Bell battles back. Dudley to the inside again. Drivers are tied off corner. 49 is going to clear. Robert Dudley marching to the front. Restarted to the back. 14 with a bump on the 49. An unnecessary play there. Didn't need to do that. I know that they gave some penalties out last week for aggressive driving. And want to make sure that anything like that can be considered aggressive driving. No reason to give anybody a bump. Brock off the track. Joshua Brock on pit road. Coming to pit road early. Let's take a look. Oop, oop, oop. Might actually have a penalty here. Joshua Brock taking his tires and fuel. We'll go a lap down. Wasserman to Dudley. All right, Wasserman to the high side. Dudley trying to make a pass. We'll get there to the back bumper. Stays clear of the back bumper. Drops to the bottom side. 7 keeping it tight off the corner. 49 will be there side by side. The run off the corner. 7 with the lead. Dudley to the bottom. Still has some speed, inching ever forward as the 49 will drop into the corner here. Joshua Brock serving a penalty here. Unsafe pit entrance. And will come back out. And a chance to win the race. But right now, Wasserman still trying to deliver as Dudley surges back forward. Lap time separated by hundredths. Dudley runs the second lane. He's going to pull the air off the 7. Low line exit, back in the corner up. 7 back to the outside. Dudley needs to jump up behind him. The more he runs in that lane right there, the more he's burning it off. Right now, he's just keeping himself. He's keeping himself overreactive to the car. Dudley does lead this lap, but he's going to have a hard time maintaining if the 7 keeps delivering on that outside. 49 still trying to back up the corner. Dudley to the lead, but Wasserman there. Into the corner. The battle for the lead is such. Mari. As Grady Sullivan goes to the outside. Sullivan with some new tires. Give it a 121. The lead is here. Joshua Brock gonna have to do some work here. Could be a couple of laps down after having to serve the penalty. Bell able to back up his corner, save some tires. These two go at it. It's got to be frustrating for Robert Dudley trying to work around Brian Wasserman, knowing that he's got the better tire, but his race line still stands right there. And right now, Dudley just has to continue to work. Holland to pit road. 140. 27 laps to go. Wasserman leads here. Dudley can just be patient. He doesn't have to run here. Wasserman has to come to pit road before he does. And right now, they're getting down to the wire where pit road cycle is going to be important. Chris Justice comes to pit road. There's enough laps in this race left in the race that it's going to matter. It's going to matter when it comes down to that 10 to 15 lap to go segment. And we're about to be 25 laps to go. Dudley in second lane. Falls back, lets Wasserman go. Get the run on him. That's how you do it. Grady Sullivan, him on a 121. Marching his way forward. Oh, free off the bottom line. You can't straddle the line when you go into the corner entry. That becomes an issue. Mari to pit road again. Jason Branch into pit road. Pace Beer in the number 3 car. He's in 6th. This time by 25 laps to go here at Kansas. MR Paintworks giving you all the action. Fixed Racing League here on Signature Esports iRacing, the platform for all sim racing. Go check them out at iRacing.com. 49 can just, if he can get close enough without having to bump him, yeah, you'll see the commitment. The 7 coming to pit road this time by. Worked awfully hard on the 49. Could have done himself some justice and just kind of ran with it. Grady Sullivan will be in second here. Jacob Emery coming around to third. Some right front damage for that. You see it right there on the hood of that car. That's something he's got to stare at too. Can mess your lineup. Can definitely give yourself be an eyesore for me. Look at that. All good, though. Dono Williams back to 5th. Give it a 119 as well. Robert Dudley leads here with 23 laps to go. Will need to come to pit road. Give it a 119. Green flag came back out on 122. He's got about another 10 laps of fuel before he's going to need to think about coming to pit road. Anything can happen. Jason Branch, no tires, came to pit road on 141. He took tires. He took right sides only. Justice, a set there. Spicy there with him. Holland got his car fixed. He came to pit road before everybody else. Give it a 139. 3-lap fresher tires in the field. 3-lap older tires in the field. Sorry, Joey Gregory, 3-lap older tires. I'm looking at Spicy. He came at a 139. Bell came at a 143. Mari came at a 141. The drivers, 4 of them, sitting within 8.5 seconds of each other. Dono Williams working his way back to the front. Came at a 155. Has a 14.5 lap right now. He's still dealing with a little bit of damage. There's Kenny Reel trying to track him down. Kenny Reel came in on a 120. Duncan in a 119. Be a lot of drivers trapped a lap down if something were to go wrong. Green flag pit stop still working. Rich Holland there to the back bumper of the 52. Dudley to Grady Sullivan. Robert Dudley, 20 to go. Be 19 to go the next time by. Down the back straightaway. In tow is Grady Sullivan. Donnell Williams to pit road. The more time Robert stays out here, the more time he gives up to some newer tires. As you see the 14 go to the inside. Bell trying to run his fastest laps now. 30.31 is his fastest lap. In tow to the 19 of Joe Gregory. Now has to utilize all of the racetrack. Robert Dudley has a lap and some change to spare, but he'll need all of that to get in and out of pit road and be able to catch up to these guys. These drivers. We're coming around to complete lap 149. Case Beard comes to pit road. I think this is about that perfect time to be thinking about pit road because it gives you 15 laps to work on getting back out front. 20 lap difference on tires between Rich Holland and some of the drivers in front of him. Holland, first of the takers here, 14. In tow to 35, 14 to the bottom side. 35 up on the high race line here. 14 drops him. Dudley comes to pit road. 14 all the way to the bottom. It's going to slide job here. Too much racing left for that. I think he's going to try to push his tires harder here. Holland only has 4 lap difference on his tires, and Bell pushing harder than I think he needs to. 17 laps to go. Because I think some drivers here might be able to catch him. Dudley in and out of pit road. Jacob Emery there. Grady Sullivan's your race leader. Bell unlaps himself. Rich Holland there to unlap himself as well. Chris Justice in 7th. Kenny Reel working on 18 and a half seconds. Bell 31 and a half back. Robert Dudley in 14th now. To Bell. It's 12.8 seconds. Maybe stayed out a lap or two too long. Jason Branch. Give it a 151. PJ Cox at a 139. Emery give it a 151. 150 for Dudley. Casey Duncan coming to pit road. Grady Sullivan holding on for as long as he can. 52 under the wall. Spicy one on the high side. In 4th. Bell in 3rd. Kenny Reel in 2nd. Still needs to come to pit road. Just not enough laps left, not enough time left. And the race kind of predictable in that regard. There's Kenny Reel, has got the 11 Jordan paint scheme on, running the 88 number. There's Bell, a 2.4 second lead over Rich Holland here. Robert Dudley already up to 11th and playing catch up here. A new winner, a whole different segment. Bell sits 5th in points, has 1 stage win and 1 playoff point. Grady Sullivan comes to pit road. Kenny Reel trying to get himself around and lead himself a lap. Bell, he's clutching. Bell 5 seconds in closing. Holland there as well. Mari's in 6th. Chris Justice, a lap fresher tire. Then Rich Holland turns him into the wall. Chris Justice down to the bottom. Spicy Wow. The 9 almost checks it up. Kenny Reel to pit road, almost saves one there. And Spicy able to save that one. Has some significant right front damage as Dudley goes to 7th. Don't put your nose. I think Spicy gave up the lane. I really do. I hate saying that because they almost took each other out. Dudley getting around 6th right now. So Crank Bell, barring a catastrophe here, has got a 6.3 second lead. Holland and Chris Justice working at it. Justice to the bottom side. Holland back on the outside. And you know, there's some words to be had there. Have to look at it. I have to look at it. That's what I was trying to look at. Mari, 7.7. Spicy to the bottom. The battle for second is such. 8 laps to go. 35 taking a lane away from the 52. 52 can have an exit here, though, with a ton of speed. Holland got the worst end of that. And now the 52 with a slide to the bottom. 35 with a run off the corner. Justice should be able to clear here. But Holland will battle back. Justice cleared. Can go up the race line. And right to the back bumper, the 35 goes. Caution comes out. Wow. Duncan involved. This race is far from over. Here's what happened to KC. Right here. 44. Oh! That's a difference in speed there. I'm not quite sure. We'll take a look. 44 brand new tires. Far chase here. We're going to go to Grady Sullivan. Brand new tires. Getting around the 77 here. 44 here. 17. Free on the bottom. Got some heavy damage. 44 with a run. And the 44... Just, I think the 17 kind of came down into the 44 there. They were trying to work on it. I think that's my opinion there. You folks tell me if I'm wrong here. And then let's go back to here. I think it's right around here, 157-ish. Holland. Is it right here? We're going to back up because he had damage here. It would be this last corner, I think. Right there. All right. So Holland working the bottom here. Far chase. Changes the lane here. Comes up. And then just a bump from the 52. Lucky a caution didn't come out there. And that's a little bit too much out of that. I hate to see it. I hate to say it. I like Chris and I like Spicy. More of a racing deal and timing. They're trying to put the nose there to the outside. That can sometimes just check it up the corner. You know, if Holland's running that corner right there, don't put your nose there. You know, I don't know. It's hard to judge. I mean, it's racing. It's competitive. We're getting down to the wire. Can you catch the driver? I think you can, if you can make the pass legibly and then do that, or if Holland was continuing to run the bottom of the racetrack, that's where you run it. But how about Dudley? Robert Dudley in 4th. Joe Gregory coming to 161. New tires for the 19. PJ Cox with new tires. Branch with new tires. Gross with new tires. Mari with new tires. Frank Bell's a sitting duck here. Bell, Justice, Holland, Dudley, Black. These top 5 about to have a whole new meaning. I'm getting railroaded. Because they're going to be on rails. Bell just needs a perfect restart each restart and hope that caution comes because we're 5 laps to go, under 5 laps to go. Should be a natural, it's either 3 laps to go or we'll have an actual green, white checkered. When we go back to green flag racing. Race will end at 137. Any chance these drivers had, Dudley, first of the takers of the tires, has Russell Black between he and the rest of them, but Joe Gregory is 18 lap fresher tires in the race leader. And if you think that doesn't matter, 3 laps. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Bell, Justice, Holland, Dudley, Gregory, Russell Black. Coming around to complete lap 164, so a green-white checkered attempt coming up. 1 of 3. Bell needs the restart. Needs to hold off the drivers because they can make it every lap here. It's going to be, it'll be difficult. It'll be difficult. Pace cars in. Natural green, white, checkered. And then 3 attempts after that if they need it. Green flag raised. Ready to go. 14 on the bottom side. 35 to slide up. Into the bottom corner. 52 with the better run. 35 free. 52 checks up. Watch Dudley on the outside. Chris Justice with a bump. 35, 49, 49 will go there. 2 laps to go. Dudley to the outside. Justice is a sitting duck. Not going to be able to do a 20 there. Emery to the outside. 49 to second. Bell, 20 to the bottom. Maury going for it. 28 in tow. Bell to Dudley. White flag waves. Final lap at Kansas, and it's about to be on. Robert Dudley to the bottom side. Dudley clears, but can he hold off Matt Maury? Maury with new tires. 49 to block. 25 in the tow. 49 holding on. 25 there. Bell falling. 25 to the outside. Big push to the outside. 49, 20 turn. Maury wins. Maury wins. Matt Maury, new tires through the field. And Jason Branch second. Robert Dudley will finish third. And the field wrecks at the end behind. Matt Maury, a reason to celebrate. Ran it clean, was blocked up and down the racetrack. And Maury giveth and taketh. Gets his first win here in the Fixed Racing League. The Virginia driver wins. And a reason to celebrate loud and proud. How about that? How about a white flag for Mari here? Here's the cockpit. He sees the 49. 49's going to clear him. At the steam, and at this particular point, it's the white flag. You've got to run. And the 49 sees the head of steam. 49 stays low. Maybe a little free, maybe there. And probably the smartest thing the 25 did here was just stay his lane right here. The 49 washes up. He goes. If not, he's got the outside. 49 there runs him clean. And right here, you got to know that he was trying to think, well, do I have it? Do I not have it? Right here is probably the closest that you're going to see. And I mean, what a run. What a run for these drivers. Let's see if we can quarter speed this and get the actual finish just like that. And Jason Branch very close there, just edging it out. Robert Dudley doing a great job. That is a close finish with a great celebration to be had. Here's your race results here, folks. Mari's going to win with Branch in second, Dudley in third, Gregory Cox, Justice and Case Spear, Bell, Holmberg, Dono Williams will be your top 10. Gross, Holland, Black, Reel, Emery, Sullivan, Wasserman, Farella will be all the way through 18th. Down the rest of your grid, or down the rest of your race results, Brock, Brewster, Rowe, Duncan, Mann, and Coulter Jr. Early issues for some of the drivers that we've known for a long time, getting in the field all worked up. Let's talk to the man. He's going to be your race winner here, Matthew Mari, the number 25, going left and right, and then having to just hold your lane and pick one at the end, and made it work. You did it, man. Up 14 spots. Not the biggest mover of the race, but, dude, you came in, took tires, and I said the top 5 were sitting ducks, and you came to prove it, and you get your first win.
Yeah, man, congratulations to second and third for keeping that clean. That was fun at the end, but yeah, I got into some trouble early in, I think, stage 2. I almost lost it on one of the restarts, but yeah, that late caution with about 8 laps to go really helped me out because I saved a set of tires in stage 1, so worked out. I saw the move on the high side coming out of 4, so I was like, oh, I got to try it.
When it came to, it was almost a natural. I thought it was a natural green light checker. It was 3 laps to go. You're thinking you're making up ground, and you're very close to not hitting that white flag mark. Where do you push the boundary when you're that close to the end of the race?
Oh man, I don't know. My strategy was to just, since I was on fresh tires, warm up as much as I could before the start, coming to the green white checkered, and just stay to the low line. I knew I had enough speed and I had a good wheel up under me to stay to the low side. It was just a matter of if I could get those spaces open to make moves like I did. I almost got into a couple people, I think, on the white flag lap on the back straightaway, but I tried to keep it clean. Almost got into Crank there on the back straightaway, so I definitely got to reach out to him and apologize. But other than that, I mean,
we're looking at it now. Bell came down. He came down to take the lane, so you didn't almost get into anybody.
Okay.
No, yeah, you were perfectly fine. He came down to take the air, and no, you're fine. You're fine. That was no, you're fine. Yeah, that was.
Man,
Bell.
what a race, though, right?
It was. We ran and not to knock on Goat, because I love Charles and all the fam over at Goat Racing. I called Kansas last night, and it was green to the end, but this delivered the Kansas punch that you're always looking for, and of course my favorite track comes to fruition, and it did a hell of a job. It was a great race. A lot of strategy, and the cautions come out and change direction. I mean, you just barely missed the 49.
Yeah, I know. I was like, if I got to make that move now, I got to go. And I almost clipped him. I'm glad I didn't, though, because that set up for one heck of a finish.
Yeah,
So,
you were, and I tell you what, one more lap and the 28's there as well. So, congratulations, Matt, on your first victory here. You beat some pretty heavy hitters when it comes to iRating, and you showed that sometimes it just takes a little bit of cojones. Congratulations. Give a shout outs, brother.
I just want to shout out my team, TRX Racing, Noel, David, and um, Dalton. Shout out my friends that are watching, and shout out to you for having such a great broadcast. I appreciate you showing up every week and giving everybody a good show. So,
It's always good. Manjunade. Manjunath, thank you very much for the like. RB Racing says, good win, Matt. I tell you what, man, these guys, it was a good show. It was a really good show. And you did pretty bang up job there. What happened? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All right, my man. We'll chat at you later. Congratulations once again.
thank you so much, Jason. Have a good night.
You too. AMR Paintworks giving you some good action today as we'll talk to your P2 finisher. Jason Branch almost had it cleared. It was close on the back straightaway or on the back straightaway to getting into turn 3 and 4 to have that very low line turn on the back or on the front straightaway, and you were able to send it down there with a head of steam. I mean, you went from 7th on the white flag lap to 4th in the matter of a turn, and then you had your sight set for the lead. It was go time.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jason, I thought I had it. I really did. I went into turn 1, I think, with on the not the white flag, but the lap before it,
Mhm.
and I almost lost it. And so I had to check up and gather it up, and I lost like 3 or 4 car lengths to everybody, and was talking to my teammate. And I was like, "That's it, I'm done." And then um, everyone but me and Matt didn't have tires, so we just kind of rolled through the field. And I didn't realize we were 4 wide when me and Matt got together, going into turn 1, one of those corners. Lucky we didn't wreck.
I tell you what, if there was ever a time to send it, 3 laps to go is the way to do it. When I was looking at how the drivers, I mean, you're 2 lanes down, and we're inside your cockpit here. The little quarter speed action going toward the end of this, kind of watching what's happening. These drivers that are above you guys are down half a lane, if not a full lane. You're having to run that 1-2 seam on the bottom side. How in the world can you did you not drift up when it comes to getting that straight line drive in a 3 and 4? Because I mean, tires work, but this was a full yeet mode.
Yeah, I actually kind of I lifted about half throttle going into 3 to make sure that the car was set, and then it was just all or nothing. I mean, I sent it and it didn't drift up, and I just went with it. And I was gonna follow Matt around the top, but I realized they left the whole bottom open, so I just went to the bottom. I'm kind of lucky that last yellow flag came out, because for some reason I'm gonna have to fire my pit crew or something. But we pitted with like 25 to go, and I didn't take tires, so I was hoping for a caution. If not, they were just driving by me like a freight train. And I was running 8th or 9th, I think, and then we got that call for a yellow flag, and I said, "All right," and we're still in this, because I knew some of the leaders didn't have any tires left. I was kind of counting off their sets of tires, and I knew they didn't have tires. So I was looking at the restart, hoping we didn't get bunched up on the restart, and then we could go. And I didn't even expect Matt to be where he was when he went 4 wide and passed me. But a heck of a move on his part to get where he had a chance to win it. And man, 16 thousandths of a second.
Dude. And 2 Virginia guys finish 1-2. That's even better. I know you guys got some bad weather coming here pretty soon, so guys be safe, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, the bad weather probably here right now. But yeah, Matt actually lives about 5-10 minutes from me. Actually, it's kind of funny. Never
Well,
never met him in my life, but yeah,
well,
it was right down the road.
you should reach out to Rich Holland because he lives in the same town you do.
Oh, I saw his Virginia license plate, so
Yeah,
yeah, maybe we'll have to get together.
yeah. He's my little sponsor on here at Stark Horizon Fishing. That's spicy. Buy a guided fishing tour for him. He'll take you out and show you a good time.
Nice. I might have to talk him into that.
It's all good things. It was a good race, man. Congratulations, P2 finish. You beat. I mean, we're literally 2/100ths of a second. Dudley was 3/100ths of a second. You beat him by, by less than a quarter of a car length, and it was fun to watch, and a close finish for the top three, and even closer for the rest of the field. Give a shout out to Jason. Congratulations, brother.
I mean, shout out to you, Jason. You do a hell of a job here. My team 4X finally got one of my teammates back. He had knee surgery and had a whole total knee replacement. His first race back, so he didn't have a very good race, but it'll come to him. So Casey Duncan, thanks for coming back. Rest of my team 4X, Royal Purple's on the car tonight, but yeah, we might switch up the paint scheme next week too. We might. We'll see. But yeah, hope to talk to you next week.
I like to hear it. Hey, you were 9th in points. You had a good day. I see that going forward, going up.
Yeah, I missed the first race, so I'm kind of playing catch up.
Hey, you know what? Stage points are probably the biggest catch up here. So you guys keep.
Oh yeah, I think I got fourth, and then a second. So fourth. So what is that? 6 stage points, and then second for the race. So
that's a good day.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was a pretty good points night.
I mean, Wasserman was leading in points and he had a win, but you look at kind of where the Cup standings were at. Durant had a ton of stage points, and that's what put him in his place. Dudley as well. I mean, Robert 3rd in points coming into today's race, but and his top threes are what's doing it, plus with stage points. And so you guys are knocking it out of the park, man.
Yeah, you are too with your broadcast, man. So yeah, like I said, hope to talk to you next week.
Hey, I look forward to it. Jason Branch, the number 28, finishes P2 and gives himself a breath of fresh air. I get to talk to this guy 2 weeks in a row, and if you're not impressed with how Dudley had to battle there, and I knew that Bell and the guys you've been trying to work around or try to chase all night to figure out that strategy, I knew you were going to make the pass. I was unsure about holding off 19 lap pressure tires behind you, but you sure gave it a hell of a shot and finished 3rd tonight. Tell me about your race, man.
Hey, thank you, Jason. Yeah, it was a good run. Congratulations to Matt and Jason. I guess that's his name.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I love running this track and these 1.5 miles. That was a close finish at the line. I thought about I seen him coming up high. I seen Matt coming up high, and I thought about going up there and throwing a block on him, but then he was so close, and I thought if I got up in front of him with the run he had, it'd probably take all 3 or 4 of us out. So I just stayed where I was at and just hope for a top 3, top 5.
Well, Jason had the run on the. He said that he was going to go with Matt, and I think if he goes with Matt, you finish 2nd. And so he saw that the bottom lane had opened up when you were coming up the racetrack to kind of. I would have ran him high too, just to make sure that if he made a mistake, he was going to make a mistake into the wall. I mean, you had to block him. You had to do what you can. It's the last lap. You're on older tires. You know these guys are coming. I mean, they went from like 9th on the restart, I think, to to right there up front. I think that's what it took. And but you had the strategy there too. I mean, you've been working on trying to catch Bell all night, and you had it. And I think you had a strategy that was a winning strategy. I think you on that long green flag run, maybe staying out a little bit too late, but outside of that, I mean, you had your line figured out. And you were fast all night.
Yeah, exactly. I think they got in a mishap. I guess Crank and Wasserman. But yeah, it was exciting race all night. I looked at the relative and the standings when that green white checker, and I said, "Uh-oh!" I see Matt back there, fresh tires. I said, "I hope I might be able to hold him off for 3 laps if I can get past Bell quick enough." But it wasn't to be.
2 laps, you got it. I think 2 laps. I mean, 2 laps. You had take when the white flag came out, you'd already taken the lead. So, that one extra lap. If you'd have told me this was an actual natural green white checkered, I would have said, "All right, I think Dudley's going to win this one. Somebody else is going to finish 2nd, 3rd." But dude, it was a race, man. This one, they're long races, but they're starting to add up, and you guys are doing a pretty bang up job of making these guys look good on Friday.
Good. I appreciate the compliments. Got a good lot of points tonight. I guess I got fifth in one stage and third in the other, and third finish. So I got a lot of points. So that's a positive.
Well, not only that, but you have your third coming into today's race. So four races, your average finish is third or better, and that's saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, consistency is going to win the championship here. You know, there's a lot of good drivers in here, a lot of competition, and staying consistent and staying out of trouble is going to get you the championship.
I wonder who's going to have the stage mindset going forward, because the stage points are super valuable.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I try to qualify in the top 10. I try to get as many stage points as possible to make up for, a finish out of the top 10, but them stage points will pretty much make up the difference a little bit.
I like to hear it. I mean, in the field is stacking up to be able to have it. Robert, always a pleasure, man. Gave you shout outs. P3 finished tonight, 2 weeks in a row.
All right. Thank you, Jason. I'd like to give you a shout out and all the great work you do on here and all this league and all the other leagues. Thank all the sponsors here that make this league happen and make this league run. Also the admin, Matt, Crank, Amar, who does a good job at race control. And I'd like to thank my father, Arliss Dudley, who watches the races here for you every weekend with me and watches you guys, my beautiful fiance, Nancy, who supports me and watches, and my son, Tyler, and also my friends out there. Also, I'd like to thank the ALS, Alabama Chapter Society, for allowing me to represent their colors and honor my sister who battled ALS and was, my angel and the best, a warrior. And I try, and like I said, I try to represent her and everybody that battles this disease.
Always a pleasure. And last but not least,
you know what's coming. Roll Tide.
It's got to happen. He puts it in chat, and it's got to happen all the time, folks. He's from Alabama. You say Robert Dudley, the man, the myth, the legend. Buddy, we'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you, Jason. You have a good night, man.
You as well. 49 finishes in P3, and that does it for us. Mari knocks it out of the park, and what a race it was, as these drivers put on a show. They really did, and it matters, folks. It matters. Tires matter, strategy matters, and then when you get a green, white checkered, it kind of just goes out the window. That's what happened. Let's. I want to look at what happened to Embry here. Here's the 28, and this, I know this is coming down to it. At the checkered flag, I wanted to look here. This is a far chase. 14's on the high side, 19's here. I want to say that. Oh, a little net code sent the 20 around. That's a shame. What a good finish. And they're close up front. And these guys, I think 14 might have finished backwards. Ooh, 52 got a. Yeah, 14 almost finished backwards. The 52 finishes there. Man, oh man. Jacob Emery had a good line there and a good run. And that's a shame that took that out. So. Mari wins it, folks. What a good race. It was good. It was fun. I will see you Sunday, 802 Cup Series. 2 races left before their championship. And it was a ton of fun. All good. Be good. Be safe. Thank you to Amar for doing it. Go to facebook.com /Amar, AMR.Paintworks, and get yourself a paint from him, please. And thank you. Not only that, but there's links in the description for that. There's links in through chat as well for all the stuff that we are part of. Thank you to Goat Racing. Thank you to NordVPN. NordVPN is my safe driver sponsor of each race. And so after each race, I go through and I take the winner and we put him on he secured a spot, so to speak. You know what I mean? play on words that I like to do with that. So we're going to take care of them, and we'll make sure that they have some good feedback when it comes to what these drivers are doing. Fantastic race to finish this one out. Fourth race of the season. And they're putting on shows like that. That's pretty darn cool. They had some cautions last week. This week they come up and they knock it out of the park. We'll be at Worldwide Technology next week. Martinsville, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Michigan, Dover, Nashville, and then Talladega for the final race of the regular season. That's November 10th. We're going all the way to pretty much right after Christmas, just before New Year's. So it's a good schedule. It's a little bit of a long schedule, but not that long. That makes any sense. We're fresh. We're fresh into the season. Playoffs for the Chop Shop Truck Series. On Tuesday, we do have the Mixed Up Dirt Series on Monday, so we'll be taking care of that. But 802 Cup Series, 2 races left. Where are we at this week? I've got to make the what you call it for it, but Rodega. Yeah. We got some super speedway racing there. Going to be at Phoenix for the championship race on the 1st. Folks, be good, be safe, be kind of one another, because I tell you what, it is a world out there that is being unkind to each other, and I encourage you folks to go enjoy yourselves, but of course be safe. We'll see you in the next one. Always a ton of fun.